Let's talk about something that's been on my mind for quite some time, and that is color. Not just in clothes, but in makeup, accessories, shoes, bags, nails, everything. Because I genuinely feel that people have become so scared of color. Before anyone comes for me, I love a good neutral look. I love beige, I love white, I love black. But I can't help but notice that somewhere along the way, people have started treating color as embarrassing. Like wearing eyeshadow is brave and carrying a bright bag is just too much. My colorful nails need justification and I do not understand why. My social media feed is literally full of color because I only engage with creators who are so expressive with how they actually are. So, be it makeup artists or designers or architects or anybody, I'm much more scared living in a world where everything looks the same, where every outfit is beige, every look is beige, every room is beige, including personality, where everybody is beige. One thing I've noticed is when people choose to express themselves in how they actually are or feel, people have a lot to say. And I've experienced this personally. People have come up to me and commented about the colors I've worn to a certain event, or if I've worn certain makeup, they're like, this doesn't really suit you. And honestly, it does not matter to me because if you think about it, people are not going to stop commenting. Even if you are colorful, they're going to call you names, and if you are just sticking to neutrals, they're going to be calling you boring. So if people are going to be commenting regardless, you should do what is making you happy. I think that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned growing up is that you cannot create your personal style avoiding criticism because then you do not end up looking like yourself but everyone else around you. And that brings me to another thought, like growing up we all had uniforms and we had to abide by that. We had rules about our hair, our nails, everything. And now that you are adults, you can actually choose to be how you want to be. You finally have complete freedom to express yourself exactly how you want to be perceived. And yet, so many of us voluntarily put ourselves in a different uniform. Now, the uniform is beige trousers, a white top, a slick bun, and fear of being perceived. And again, if that's genuinely your style, that's amazing. But if you're secretly drawn to color, sparkle, prints, fun makeup, statement jewelry, colorful nails, and you're avoiding them because you're scared of what people think, that's different. That's not personal style, that's fear. And I think that's really sad, especially because if you look at our own culture, color has always existed. Indian textiles, jewelry, festivals, wedding clothes, art, architecture, craft, none of it was minimal in the way social media now tells us to be minimal. Even when things were simple, there was still richness. There were colors, textures, accessories, personality, everything designed to not make you disappear but rather to celebrate you. Somehow we've reached a point where standing out is considered a personality flaw, which is absolutely crazy to me. Another thing that is literally like bamboozled me is the entire obsession with color wheels. I actually went and did the color analysis myself. They tell you if you are a winter, spring, summer, or autumn, or whatever, and according to the test, I came out to be an autumn. So that means that only colors that are in that palette look good on me, and the other things do not bring out the best in me. So I should stick to those. But I think that's ridiculous because then there are so many other colors that I love and would love to wear anytime. Because if I ended up only wearing my best colors, I would lose out on wearing so many other shades that I genuinely love. I think styling matters, confidence matters, accessories matter, the way you put it together, and the kind of intention you put into the overall look, that is what is more important. And I think we are becoming so focused on optimization that we are forgetting about things that just bring us joy. Not everything has to be scientifically perfect. Sometimes you should wear a color just because it makes you happy and nothing else. If someone's put a lot of work into looking a certain way, people find that embarrassing. Like, when did effort become embarrassing? Shouldn't you feel happier that someone's putting that extra to be around you? People literally fought for the freedom to express themselves, to wear what they wanted, to challenge rules, to experiment, to be artists, to be individuals. And now we've somehow circled back to making people feel weird for doing exactly that. And here's the funny thing: in real life, the people who express themselves actually stand out. I remember when I first met my husband, I was so drawn, like immediately drawn to the way he was dressed. It was so confident, it was colorful, it was loud, it was full of textures, and it actually told me so much about him without him even having to say anything. He wasn't trying to look like anyone else in the room, he was just being himself, and that is what made him stand out. And I think that's something people underestimate. When everyone is trying to blend in, individuality makes you memorable. The people we end up remembering are the ones who had the guts or the confidence to express themselves exactly how they want to be. And that's true when we're talking about fashion, art, music, anything. A great example is music festivals. I remember when it was so cool getting onto your best fits, and everyone did it. The celebrities started, the influencers followed, and so did the rest of us. And because everyone was doing it, the celebrities stopped doing it and started showing up in pajamas and making fun of the others who are now being, fun, experimental. And that is so sad. Life is already so serious. Like, why are we making fun of joy? For me, some of my best memories are the days that I actually put in a lot of effort and I dressed up and I felt so good. And it's not because of the kind of attention you garner or anything, it's just about how you feel. It literally feels like it's your birthday. So if I get an opportunity to, go the extra mile in any way, I absolutely love to. Like, even today, I dressed up just for shooting this. Like, I don't have anywhere to go, but it was just, an opportunity to look good. I genuinely feel how we dress affects our mood, it affects how we feel, it affects how we treat everyone around us. And I've observed that when I feel good, I feel confident, I'm much nicer to be around. I am kinder, I am funnier. And this is really not about men or women or attention or getting noticed or any of that. It's about the relationship you are creating with yourself. When you pass by a mirror and you see yourself and you feel good, trust me, it turns everything around. This creates a life that is actually joyful to live. And getting dressed up is genuinely one of the highest form of self-love. Not because clothes are important, but because you are giving yourself reasons to be celebrated again and again, that you're worth expressing, that you're allowed to take up space. And I think that's something a lot of people forget, because somewhere along the way, individuality became unfashionable. Everybody wants the same clothes, the same makeup, the same apartment, the same aesthetic, the same personality. And that's such a shame, because the most interesting people I've ever met were the people who embraced what made them different. If you've been waiting to wear that colorful dress, wear it. You want to do those crazy nails, go for that. If you want to add more color to your life, add it. Like, stop shying away from it, because at the end of the day, your style should reflect you and nobody else. Not trends, not algorithms, nothing else, just you. And honestly, life is too short to be trying to be and look like everybody else. I'll see you on the next one.